Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, the 20th of June, 2025. And as usual, we start our weekends here in Crypto World on Thursday nights. And what did we get for Thursday? 16 billion passcodes stolen. Oh my goodness. Now, that's definitely a disruption as well as a distraction. And I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, learn about passcode management. I definitely am going to increase my repetition of passcode changes. They recommend quarterly. I'm probably going to do it like half that every 6 weeks now. It's just gotten way too far. All right. Now, that being said, one thing that I'm certain the media will do, if they haven't done already, is talk about, could it be Iran? And all those Iranians, Iran is what it is. The people there are the people there. They're stuck in a bad government, just like people all over the world, arguably, including the Western republics and the United States by extension. Land of the free, but we're monitored like crazy. And the source country, Great Britain, since like the 90s or something, has been the most monitored country, where you have the most cameras on you. I mean, it's insane. What? Yeah, it's for your safety. Oh boy. Anyway, before I get lost in that tangent, ladies and gentlemen, the earlier announcement, I believe, of that day, if not Wednesday night, was how the exchange, I can't remember the name, Kozit or something like that, in Iran, was hacked and tons of money stolen. Now, Iran was known for being the place where one of the cryptocurrencies that begins with a D as in David was like the most heavily used and mined. Can't remember if it's Dash, Digibyte, but it's going back quite a few years. And the reason for that, people always say, oh, it's to escape sanctions. Well, you know what? That may be true, but if it's putting food on people's tables, who can really argue with that, right? I gotta get that looked at with the car. I don't know if you could hear it. Point being that we are served all these distractions. What are they taking away from us, ladies and gentlemen? And this ties in with you awesome people and your comments, because you convinced me to look again at XLM. And we've had this video on before, XLM, Stronghold. We discussed everything I did with that. And I'm glad you guys did, because I learned quite a few things more about Stronghold and their connections. And courtesy of Red Pill Professional, definitely recommend his channel. I don't recall if I recommended it before, but as usual, just go to the community page, which is under, go to my homepage, go to posts, go to community, and you're going to see links, full credit to original producers or content creators. And you can just hit that link, you go to their page, and you get to watch the video, so they get credit for it, not me. Not a thief. Just want to put that out there. Now, of course, that being said, nothing I say is financial advice nor advice of any kind. It's just one guy speculating, opining, and conjecturing. Anyway, now, the Stronghold connection, and when you watch this video from Red Pill Professional, wow, talk about a connection. And it's very interesting. But the point being is that we have a great opportunity before us. The elites are getting shaken up by the new elites. The new elites, essentially the PayPal mafia, and their greater tentacles, are really taking over power. Now, some people would always go down into this good guy, bad guy, instead of multiple shades of gray. Yeah, I'll let you have your own opinions if you want to do that good guy, bad guy stuff, because you got a lot of people born into weird circumstances who combine together and are trying to fulfill either a manifest destiny, a destiny they gave themselves, what have you. And in a way, that's pretty awesome, and we just got to be careful. And one thing I want to stress is that you get a lot of they don't want us to be rich. Quite frankly, in general, that's true, especially amongst the old guard. The old guard of the elites really do not want us to be rich. They really don't. They want as many under control as possible. This new elite, they don't really care if a handful of people become rich, and that's where we step in. Because and I've said this before too, by owning what they don't want us to own, we put ourselves into an excellent position. Because we're the ones smart enough to not fall for the malarkey. Horse hockey and boulder dash. I like doing that. I don't like to cuss on this channel, at least. But yes. Now, Stronghold definitely is well veiled. When I looked at it again, I only got so far, and I gotta really tip my hat to Red Pill. He really came up with a whole bunch of good stuff that he found. And point is that this is, in my humble opinion, again, not financial advice, Stronghold is a strong buy. I couldn't figure out why it existed. I saw no point behind it. Couldn't wrap my head around all the money behind it. But with Stellar going down the AI road and all the connections with AI that Red Pill brings out, and the connections to the new elites, we're starting to see why it exists. And so yeah, that's a secret buy right there, Stronghold, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a short version. Oh, I gotta hit this button. Okay. I'll give you a short version. The connection with AI and global payment processing. And it reminds me of that Kendra Hill set of posts, obviously not her real name, where it was just XRP and XLM as the chosen two. And that goes back, 10 years, a decade ago. And then you have the much more recent paper from the BIS, which is states just two, as they call it, stable coins, but stable in another way. And those two are XRP and XLM. No mention of Quant. Quant is definitely going to run in the background, and but it's just a different setup. Unless, of course, we have the other option where Quant is somehow tying into many different things, in which case you have to always watch your holdings. The whole idea of plug and play when it comes to finance, that doesn't apply. That idea is for the masses. So just be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you change your passcodes regularly, and that doesn't mean once a year anymore, if it ever did. And just make sure to also get yourself a hardware wallet. I'm gonna have to remember to reach out to Trezor and get the hardware wallet stuff. And sorry about that, I gotta look for my ID. There we go. And yeah, just be ready, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't think it's going to happen with everything until January, more than likely. I agree with Rich at Common Sense Crypto about that, but I'm gonna close that up. But we have a very unique opportunity to get into good habits, passcode maintenance, securing our crypto on hardware wallets, whether that's Trezor, Decent. Just get very familiar with the companies that you're entrusting. Make sure also with cold wallets, hardware wallets, that you write down your public and private keys and secure them safely. Because you got to bear in mind, people, a lot of bad guys are out there and they want your crypto. They want everything. So we're not going to play that game. So get into some good habits of preparing yourself with all the stuff, all the changes going on. The habits of updating your passcodes regularly. Learn about passkeys. Passkeys are, let's just say, another set of equipment. But yeah, let's start off slow, okay? So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you like this video, please like it. Please share it amongst your friends. Please subscribe. And, of course, stick it to the man and not to each other. Haha, I love that. Should we have a closing word for today? We've mentioned Crypto Curious Carl, Trader Steve. Well, Trader Steve finally saw that, so all right. Nah, let's just I got an idea. Put in I will research. Just put that in. I will research, because we need everyone to research and learn all this stuff so we can get wealthy, maintain our wealth, and pass it on to whomever we choose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Peace.